Guys, this post really isn't about like how to write, but it is about how to capture your ideas and um, in a way that helps you write your posts more quickly and more effectively. And the framework that I want to talk about is one of those things that's going to help you. And so it kind of gets a little bit tangled up in how to write, but just want to give you a little bit of extra information about that, but not in 46 paragraphs of copy to explain it. So this is kind of quick and dirty. So what I like to do is this right here is the WordPress app that I have on my phone. I also have it on my iPad. So when I'm just kind of surfing in the morning, drinking coffee, whatever, if I get an idea, whether it's something I've run across or just came to me in my own brain, I can use this framework to outline a post about it. Um, and right here, I can just tap and get a new post window um, and start with my outline. Now, the first thing in the outline is working title. That is, yeah, you want to spend some time crafting a good headline and do all the stuff you're supposed to do there. And that's why we're calling it working title. It's just so that you have an idea in mind what you're going to call it. You'll recognize it when you come back to it. Don't sweat over this. Just something in the post title up at the top here. I know you can't see that super well because there you go. So the very next thing is perhaps the most important thing. How do you want your reader to change a little bit or benefit from this information that you're providing? Obviously, not every blog post is a like earth shattering, changing revelation, blah, blah, blah. But, there's got to be a benefit to them or a takeaway, or why bother writing unless you're just like complaining about your day and nobody wants to read that. Well, sometimes they do. I mean, you could have a takeaway there. You better have a takeaway there or don't do it. So, like, the takeaway, the benefit from this post is I'm hoping that you will be able to have some tools that maybe you weren't using before to more quickly capture your ideas so that they don't go away when you're done drinking your morning coffee or whatever. And then a framework for fleshing them out when you get back to actually writing them. So that's the benefit here. Next up on the list is you need to make some points. It's kind of like the essay, the 3 paragraph essay or whatever, or is it 5 paragraph? I don't know, that you had to write in school. Um, it doesn't have to be super formal, but you really need to keep in mind some points to cover um, that support this idea that you have. So just 3 to 5 points. It could be just a couple sentences each point, or it just really, or more, a paragraph. It depends on your topic. How many do you need? That old adage about long enough to cover the topic, short enough to be interesting. That's probably a good thing. Now, it's a little bit weird, maybe, that the introduction is a ways down, but this makes it easier to write. And you only need, just balance. The length should be balanced with the length of the post. Probably a couple sentences, maybe a paragraph, depending on if you've got 3 to 5 points, whatever. But writing the introduction further on, and I wouldn't even write this unless you've got some thoughts, while you're in your app. Um, if you've got bullet points, fine, just spit them out or whatever, or use voice to text to just get them out. But I wouldn't really worry about this until you get back to your desktop app and you're going to write your post. But having done all this stuff before with your title, the takeaway you want to cover, and then fleshing out your points once you get into the actual writing, the introduction is like a piece of cake. You're already warmed all this stuff and you know it. And then call to action. Um, you're not always selling something. And even if you do have something to sell, you certainly don't want to close out every blog post, um, saying, so I wrote all this stuff, now buy my thing. No, call to action. It could be, I have a guide that covers this. Sign up below to download it. It could be, um, you know, what thoughts do you have around this topic? Leave me a comment or a question that you want to know. You want to get feedback from your readers. So, whatever your call to action is, close out with that. And so, that is pretty quick and dirty framework um, that you can use to put together a coherent blog post that is pretty decent quality and not a lot of time.